The Golden Drum. Chapter 1. The Sound of Trouble. Dum dum, dum dum dum. The sound echoed through the entire village. It came from nowhere. It came from everywhere. Who is beating that thing again? Old Nanakwa, the village drunk, growled from under his favourite palm tree. His head shot up with such force that his hat fell off. If I find that boy, he will see fire today. Children scattered like chickens. Even goats bleated nervously, dragging their robes as they moved away from the noise. It wasn't just any sound. It was the sound. The drum that could ruin lives. Or so the story said. Now, let's back up. This village called the Pauso, which means on the rock, was known for three things: the sweetest palm wine, the fattest yams, and the golden drum. No one knew where the drum came from, but it sat in the middle of the chief's courtyard, glowing faintly as though it had swallowed the sun. It was so bright you'd think it was laughing at you. And it had a rule. Whoever beats this drum, the truth shall be told. Now, if you've ever lived in a small village, you know what this means. People have secrets. Secrets they bury deep. Secrets they guard like treasures. So, nobody beat that drum. Well, almost nobody. Chapter 2. Kofi, the Curious One. Kofi was 12 years old and had the curiosity of 10 cats. People said his head was too big for his body, and he asked too many questions. Mama, why do spiders have 8 legs? Mama, what happens if I drink palm wine? Mama, what happens if I beat the golden drum? Now, his mother, Abena, was a woman with a tongue like fire and a slap like lightning. But this time, instead of answering, she just stared at him hard and whispered, "Never touch that drum." But for Kofi, the warning made the drum even more irresistible. One hot afternoon, Kofi's friends dared him. "Kofi, I bet you can't even touch the golden drum. You're scared." "I'm not scared," Kofi shot back. "I just respect the rules." "Oh," his friend Quame laughed, slapping his knees. "Kofi respects the drum. The drum doesn't even respect him." "I'll do it," Kofi said suddenly. "What?" "I said, I'll beat the drum." Silence. Even the wind stopped. Quame's eyes widened, and the other boys gasped. "You are mad, Kofi," one whispered. "You will die." Kofi puffed out his skinny chest. "Then let me die, hero." Chapter 3. The First Beat. Late that night, when the village slept and the moon turned silver, Kofi snuck out. He crept through the shadows until he reached the chief's courtyard. The drum sat there, waiting. Glowing softly like it knew someone was coming. Kofi swallowed hard. "Kofi, you're brave," he whispered to himself. "Braver than Quame, braver than." He raised his hand and smacked the drum. Dum dum, dum dum dum. The sound was deafening. It rolled through the village like thunder. What was that? Someone yelled. "It's the drum," shouted another. Kofi froze. Oh no, what had he done?
The drum was magic, they said, and magic always came with a price. He turned to run, but too late. A shadow loomed in the doorway. It was Chief Yakodu. Chapter 4. Chief Kodu's Truth. The chief was a huge man with a belly that shook like a drum itself. His voice boomed louder than thunder. "WHO beat my drum," he roared. Kofi trembled, unable to lie. It was me, sir." Chief Kodu squinted at him. Do you know what you've done, boy?" I just wanted to see what would happen." The chief's face turned red. But before he could say anything, the drum began to glow even brighter. Then, "Chief Yakodu eats the village's yams in secret." The drum had spoken. There was a long silence. Crickets chirped. A goat coughed in the distance. Then, Chief Kodu," an old woman cried, peeking from her window. "Is it true?" Chief Kodu sputtered. "Nonsense. Lies." But the drum didn't lie. "Chief Kodu eats the yams," someone else shouted. The village erupted in laughter. "Is that why his belly is so round?" Quame's father chuckled. "Chief Yam Eater," cried another man. The chief's face was a mix of anger and shame. "Whoever beats this drum is cursed. Cursed, I tell you. Lock that boy up." Before Kofi could blink, 2 guards grabbed him and dragged him away. Chapter 5. The village goes mad. By the next morning, word had spread like wildfire. Everyone wanted to know the truth. "Let me beat it," said Auntie Okojua, the market seller. "I want to know what my husband does when he says he's hunting." "No," said Uncle Kwesi. "I'll beat it. I want to know who keeps stealing my chickens." Soon, The courtyard was full. It was chaos. One by one, people beat the drum. Auntie Akojua gives smaller fish to customers she doesn't like. Uncle Kwesi's cousin is the chicken thief. Nana Kwa pretends to be drunk so he can sleep under the palm tree. Secrets spilled out like palm wine, and the village turned upside down. Friendships broke. Marriages cracked. People pointed fingers and laughed till their stomachs hurt. But as the day went on, something changed. The drum's glow grew darker, and the truths grew worse. Kofi's mother stole gold to save her son. The chief hides a bigger secret. Now the laughter stopped. Kofi, locked up in a hut, watched through a crack. Bigger secret? He whispered. What bigger secret? Chapter 6. The final beat. As night fell, Chief Kodu stormed into the courtyard. Enough, he shouted. This drum will destroy us all. He raised his staff to smash it, but Kofi's voice rang out from behind him. Wait! Everyone turned. The guards had fallen asleep, and Kofi had escaped. He stepped forward, looking braver than ever. The drum hasn't finished speaking, Kofi said. Chief, let me beat it one last time. The crowd gasped. No, Chief Kodu growled. Yes, said Kofi. Without waiting, he struck the drum. Dum dum, dum dum dum. The village held its breath. The drum glowed.